Stealing Story. Did you steal my story? Yeah. Before we say any like conspiracy theories.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you guys have red hats. Where were you on January 6th?
Yeah. I was with my boy Luigi, you know. Like,
hilarious. Luigi.
Dude, just like if they want to know, he was with me the whole night.
Yeah. We were doing handsome things.
We were doing karaoke. It was amazing.
He was making sweet love to me the whole night. He's
beautiful.
a great lover.
He's got a great
ass. Doesn't have a murderous bone in his body.
No, I'm sure he's an intense lover.
Yeah, I think so.
An intense lover.
With all his back problems and everything, yeah.
We know so much about this guy.
I know so much about Luigi.
I know way too much about this guy.
I don't love that guy because I don't know him, but I love how every photo of him is just like so beautiful.
If you're gonna kill someone, you might as well have like a handsome photo shoot before.
Yes, exactly, and have like the most perfect cut and everything. But it almost feels like,
and he's got a really like model face. Like he's like,
yeah, very like every photo of him, he's always like a little bit blue. He's always like mewing a little bit.
Yeah.
We're too used to the serial killers or the murderers who just like look super sketchy with like the long weird bangs.
Well, that's what I was wondering if maybe the public wouldn't be so behind him if he wasn't as good looking.
For sure they wouldn't.
I don't think so.
Maybe not.
So yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You're right. You just exposed human nature right there.
We are aesthetically like we are an aesthetic creature, I guess.
If you ever see me really like working out really hard, then posting all these thirst traps, just know I'm planning something.
You're planning something.
Put a watch list on him. Yeah, like, take a good eye on him. Yeah, he's like dieting now. He's on keto.
I'm like I'm fasting 18 hours a day. I'm tweeting about Medicare,
P90X, everything. It's like that guy's gonna kill somebody.
Oh my god.
No, it's just crazy. Like I feel like every media photo of him is like, I don't know if they're trying to make him look good, but it's like the best murderer photo shoots.
What if they're like trying to pick his worst photos and these are his worst photos?
These are the worst of the bunch?
Oh my god, the guy is just a Chad. He's just too beautiful. It's just crazy.
He's too stunning.
Only assassin to be signed by Chanel as their face of the brand.
They have to do his whole like shoot in the prison.
Through the bars, really moody.
That would be kind of a vibe. I bet we would all eat that up.
We would eat that up
as a society. We'd be like, oh my god,
Luigi. You think he gets Time Person of the Year this year?
Oh my god, there's no way. But if the internet voted, for sure.
I think he would.
He would.
If the internet did vote, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. But
I do like that we even know, like you mentioned, his back problems and everything. We know so much about this guy. Lee Harvey Oswald. I don't know.
I don't know shit about that guy.
Exactly.
I don't even know who that is.
He assassinated Kennedy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Allegedly.
Mm-hmm. But like, I think Kennedy was a very well liked guy at the time.
Handsome guy too.
Handsome guy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah, he was very well liked.
That would have been the true like contradiction if the guy he killed was also really good looking. And then it's just like, oh, who do I side for? You know?
Wow, if the CEO of this insurance company had all these shirtless Jack photos, are we that vain as a society? We're like,
and damn, like, my boys, they're fighting. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Enough about Luigi. Sorry.
No more. Enough of this talk.
This episode's sponsored by.
Okay, great. On that note, welcome back to another episode of Steele My Story. Woo! The podcast where we invite a guest on to tell one true story and one stolen story. Ooh.
Double.
Ooh. Different tone there. I'm your host, Alexa Rose Steele. We were just talking about three names. And our lovely guest, Dae Kim.
Hello. Hi.
And my co-host, Ian Fisher. I cannot
Two names.
Just
you know who else had three names? Lee Harvey Oswald. Luigi Hot Killer.
Thank you so much for coming on our podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
Andre, you may recognize him from a little show called Degrassi.
Just a little one,
a little one. He has also been on Star Trek.
I have.
And Locke Key. And Vampire Academy.
Vampire Academy.
Oh my gosh. I was going through your IMDb. I'm like, what? Oh my gosh. I'm like jealous of the roster. I'm like, I want to be on these shows.
You're firing your agent while creeping his IMDb?
Yeah, I'm like, who's your agent? I need to be with them.
I thought you had my agent.
Who's your agent? Oh, I do have your agent. Okay.
We love you, and we love you.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, it's just me then. Cut this out. I don't want this to
I can bleep out her name. Allegedly.
Who's your agent? I think it's your agent.
Your agent. Oh. Ooh.
Oopsies.
Well, she just likes Andre more.
It's
Honestly,
true.
she might.
She does
Because
that
by the
all
sounds of
time.
it, he bought her a car with the commissions.
I did not, but I will one day eventually.
One day soon, after we buy ourselves cars and houses, you're next on
I
the
know.
list.
Once I can feed myself, you're next.
Yeah. Once I'm off these food coupons. I'm not. Just
I'm not. Don't worry about me. Yeah. No, it's okay. I'm fine. Yeah.
Have you auditioned for anything cool lately? Actually, no. Scratch that. I guess it's not really a kind of question that you can like really answer if you're.
I
not
guess
allowed to
I
say.
could.
Or have any. You don't have to go into it. I'm more asking as like out of personal interest because I haven't gotten any auditions like this year.
This becomes like an actual inquisition.
I want to know what auditions.
What has been doing for you? Yeah,
What am I missing here?
Yeah, actually, she sends me all your auditions first, and she
The
like,
self-tapes
makes
too?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
She's like, I'm saying this to Alexa, but I just want you to do it first. Yeah.
Oh, I'm playing Cindy?
I'm playing this like beautiful young female lady. Yeah, I think I could take this.
Yeah.
You book it?
Yeah, it's like, oh, perfect.
Honestly, with my luck, you fucking would.
Auditions lately that I thought have been kind of cool. Not really. I think it's been really slow during this kind of winter time, like it always is.
A lot of Hallmark stuff, obviously filmed. I don't know if you guys audition for that, but that to me is the bulk of like this season now.
For
is
sure.
always Christmas movies, which frankly are not. Have you done one?
Hallmark Christmas movie? No, I've done like a TV show.
No, but I would
for
love
Hallmark,
to because I feel like they would actually pay so well.
I feel like it'd be really fun too. Like I've always heard Hallmark movies are like super, just like. Not that they're like simple, but they're like you kind of understand.
Yeah, it's like I feel like it's a very structured, like, hey, we've done this before. It's this.
Right.
There's no surprises.
There's no subtext, right? Like they're not like no one's like going through like a hidden disease.
Yes,
You need to read this underlying tone
about like capitalism and all this stuff. It's like no, it's like girl comes back to town after a long time.
Oh my gosh, are you writing a Hallmark script?
The candy cane store is not doing as good right now.
Yeah, her high school crush is like way hotter now and stuff. So like, he's back in, and there's like the bakery guy and the delivery guy,
and there's her ex-boyfriend who's from the city who really wants her back, but he's a CEO and doesn't really have time for their relationship.
And he's just got shot by some dude.
They did make a Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce Hallmark movie.
Oh my gosh!
Maybe they'll make a Luigi love story.
Oh my gosh!
Killing for Christmas.
Killing for Christmas with a C.
He meets her at the ER. She doesn't
in jail.
Her insurance claim is denied.
Oh my gosh! Wow, you need to write this movie.
Oh my God,
I have written one.
This is so good. Like a Hallmark themed, like Luigi Mangione,
like spec,
romance story.
That's so funny. All right,
so
don't steal it. Nobody listening. I'm working on it.
We've copyrighted it
right now. Oh my God, that'd be so funny. I'd watch that movie like 100 times over. No, I haven't done too much. I know that they do a lot of like Valentine's movies like now.
Oh yeah, that's the new Christmas thing.
Like they go Valentine movies during the winter time so they can like air it in February,
right?
Or like November.
They do cut these movies of the week so quick too.
Yeah, very fast. But I haven't gotten a lot of those. But I just finished working on over the summer this show called Twisted Metal.
You were on Twisted Metal?
Yeah, the second season.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Everybody get ready for Twisted Metal Season 2 with Dae Kim. That's so awesome.
Yeah, I can't talk too much about it, I don't think. But I know I can say that I'm on it.
Yeah, that's usually how it is, isn't it? That's even cooler.
Yeah.
If you can share too much about something, it's like,
yeah, it's like,
and you're like, I can't really say.
Well, I don't actually know too much. I think for safety reasons.
No. We'll not. But that's so cool. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, I did a few eps and it was a lot of fun. And they shot at a studio that shot right beside the MrBeast game stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
Isn't that
Downsview?
along Lakeshore?
Up north?
It's Downsview, yeah.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
And the hangar areas. There used to be the old airplane base.
I used to shoot something way back in the day there.
Oh, what'd you shoot?
Covert Affairs. So it was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, I heard about that show.
Your boy played Patrick, 8 episodes, and I got $300 in residuals recently. So keep tuning in.
That's a really good residual.
Honestly, for Canada, I was like, yo, people want to know, baby.
I don't know. Ugh.
Yeah, Downsview is cool though because I think there's still an airport that operates out of there.
Is there? I think there
Really?
might be. I didn't see anything. I just know that the MrBeast games was happening right beside us, and oh my god, like I would come to set at like 4 a.m. sometimes because you have to. Because sometimes we go to Hamilton, and I would just see like lines of Ubers bringing all these like contestants in.
Because he had like over
home.
100 contestants.
Oh, he had like
something
thousands of
crazy.
people there a day.
Like a ton of people. Yeah.
You'd be getting to work all tired. You're seeing people leave with stacks of $10,000 bills.
Like
You're
those
like,
briefcases.
What
Or
the fuck is this?
I didn't see that, but I would just see tons of people entering and leaving that set all the time. And they were very like private about what they were showing, like on the thing. And then I heard stuff about the crew, about how crazy that set was just in general.
I've heard that too.
But it's all like speculation. Like I never saw it myself or anything. But yeah, I heard it was a pretty crazy experience. Like not just as a contestant, but as like a crew member and all this stuff.
Well, I feel like it's also not anything against MrBeast or anything. I do actually find his like career path and everything really cool and that he's doing all this, but it is like if you've never done a show or like if you're not going through the proper channels, like you probably would not be prepared for a lot of the problems that would come up. So I'm not surprised to hear that.
Right.
Yeah.
And I've heard that he also like, because he's like you said, he's come up through YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. So like everything he's done it himself, edited with his friends. And stuff. So I've heard even things that like he wanted to edit it with his friends, like the whole entire show.
Oh, no way. And Amazon was like,
Amazon was kind of like, well, we have like editors that we can send you and stuff. But apparently he wanted to, this might be a rumor, but I heard he wanted to do it on his own like software, which is basically like Adobe or something.
Adobe Beast Pro?
Or something. Beast
Final
Pro.
Beast.
Final Beast.
Final Cut.
Final Beast cut.
Yeah, stuff like that. Like he really wanted like full control over it, which I guess it's his
That's
show.
fair too.
I
If he's
I
kind of directing and
understand
producing it.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, at the same time that good luck. That would be overwhelming as hell.
It's already out on Prime, I think.
Is it really? I
Yeah.
wonder if he did then either use his own or if he
Just did it all himself.
did it all himself.
I kind of agree with you though. Like it's like when you're tackling a monster like this, especially when you're hired by like Amazon or something, it's like there's a little bit of like credence into just being like, okay, I'm a little out of my depth.
Yeah, of just like not knowing all the nuances of the industry and
Yeah.
like how, exactly, like maybe not being up to code. Like if he's not able to use Actra, he's probably, I don't know.
He's in another country even, like for him. He's he's used to shooting stuff in I
the
think North
States.
Carolina where he lives, or we're all over, right?
Yeah,
I guess
yeah.
he goes around the world. What am I talking about? He bought someone an island.
Did he?
Ew!
He bought somebody a private island in one of his videos. Like if they could last for a week or something there with nothing, they got to keep the island.
Oh my god.
Mr.
wait.
Beast is
Mr.
Willy
Beast,
Wonka.
get me on your show.
He is Willy Wonka. That's such a good description for it. To be fair, I've never
God, he
seen the
was.
show, so
Never seen the show
it could be
either.
amazing. But
I've never seen any of his videos.
That's
No.
why. What?
Yeah, not a one.
Wow, I've for sure seen a couple along the way.
let me guess. Did you see the one where he cures blindness?
Dude, I think I did see that.
I watched that one.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I also saw one.
What do you mean he cures blindness?
Well, he's like, I'm gonna cure like 20 people's blindness today, like whatever. Yeah,
He just like pays for their operations?
yeah, basically.
Mr. Beast is like either
This
amazing.
is Willy Wonka / Jesus? Like, I don't even know.
Just rich.
There's literally a story in the Bible of Jesus healing somebody's eyes.
His name was Jimmy, and he was holding a vlog cam.
Jesus was the first Mr. Beast, dude.
You get that tattoo?
He's giving out all the fish and the stuff, and like halfway through, he's like, Feastables.
Yeah, he's like,
Feastables, exactly.
I'm turning this water into wine.
Mine.
Woo!
But also Mr. Beast juice. Or
Yeah,
something.
Mr. Beast
It's
juice.
still a little self-serving. It's
Yeah.
just branded everything.
He's got so many sponsors. Jesus probably had. Yeah. Oh my god. This
as
is
many
so-
sponsors as Jesus had.
Yeah, this is so sacrilegious. Yeah, okay. I feel like I'm taking you guys so off topic.
No, that was
No.
good. So Twisted Metal this summer out at Downsview.
Yes.
Which is, I went to a bachelor party there once. A really rich guy rented out the
whole hangar?
airplane hangar. Yeah.
No
Wow.
way.
And he had like some famous like WWE wrestlers, like wrestling, like the Iron Sheik back in the day was like a
What?
childhood hero of his, I guess. This guy was probably 10 years ago. And I had worked with a friend of his who was an actor. And so we ended up there. And there was like Jose Canseco was like a baseball player from the 90s. And he was
I
there.
met his daughter.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
Josie.
crazy.
This
Her
guy
name
was
is Josie?
Her name is Josie
she an actor?
Canseco. No, she's a model.
Oh.
But I met her when I first went down to LA.
This guy was playing poker and he was clearly paid to be there. And he just kept like going all in on everything. And I'm like, oh, of course, this guy's worth $50 million. This is meaningless to him.
Yeah.
And he's probably making money tonight.
He's just like,
he's like, none of this is real.
Yeah.
And just existential dread.
He's just disassociating the whole poker game.
Yeah, winning.
Why am I here? Why am I here? Oops, sorry.
But weird. But a weird night for sure. But cool. Yeah, that's nice that.
Dude, I can't believe he rented out the whole hangar. That thing is huge.
Huge. And he, like, I was, he was on Theo Vaughn's podcast, which I did see a clip of, and he was talking about, like, how much money it was to keep all the people, like, in hotels and, like, feed them and all this stuff. And
you're talking MrBeast.
Yeah, talking about, are we not talking about MrBeast?
I was talking about the bachelor party guy.
All right.
But maybe I'm like, the bachelor party guy got on Theo Vaughn's podcast?
I was like, that's crazy.
No, sorry. Yeah. I'm off topic. I'm not following along.
But yeah, he probably did have to house all those people, obviously feed those people and everything. Crazy.
Yeah.
Woo! How do we get on there?
Yeah, we gotta start making this podcast more MrBeasty.
Yeah,
we gotta start giving cash to these guys.
Cash prize,
which means we need to start making cash off this thing.
For real. If anybody wants to sponsor us, no, just kidding.
Yeah, just send me your Venmo or whatever.
Venmo.
You can feature like Feastables in this.
Yeah, we'll sell out for almost anybody at this point.
MrBeast, please.
Please. Is it actually called Feastables? Is that a joke?
That's his like food company.
They're like Lunchables?
Yeah.
Wow.
Andre and I know a lot about MrBeast.
Yeah,
I love MrBeast.
There's MrBeast Burger.
There is a Beast Burger. Yeah.
There was one even in Toronto. I never ordered from it.
I remember that. I do remember that.
Yeah, but you know what? It was like, this is so inside baseball. Like, everyone listening is like, why are they talking 45 minutes on MrBeast?
Like, he's so interesting.
There was no actual like locations. It was all like, let's say you owned a Taco Bell. You could have a MrBeast burger in the back and just have your people. It was only on Uber Eats.
Oh.
So when people ordered from it, they would just make it in the ghost kitchens, in other restaurants' kitchens, and then send it out.
Yeah, I do actually remember that.
That's fucking interesting.
Yeah, so it was almost like drop shipping of burgers for him. Like
drop shipping burgers.
Yeah, which I'm also like, he would send you the ingredients apparently, but I'm like, I don't know, this all feels like just like heating stuff up like at this point.
I know. Yeah.
I mean, isn't that what all restaurants kind of do
at
a certain point?
That's fair. That's fair. I've never tried any of his food products. I just think he's such a meme that I just find him so funny at this point.
I do like that the whole world we know when you're like, oh, you know MrBeast, we all know what that means.
Yeah.
Like a crazy sentence to say 10 years ago.
I know.
Oh yeah, MrBeast is giving away $1 million today. Oh yeah.
Like, oh wow, lucky then.
Cool. Yeah. Good for him. Good for that gentleman. And now it's just like we all know this crazy billionaire kid who just got famous off YouTube.
Yeah, Willy Wonka just gifted another island.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cured another 20 people's blindness. Yeah. Oh my God.
Wow.
Insane.
He can just be like, and you're cured. What? What do you mean?
Were you guys, this is completely back to the show. Were you guys ever on Degrassi at the same time? Did you guys ever cross over?
No, I don't think so.
No, we did not. Yeah.
But you know what, an interesting fact I just learned?
What?
You have a sister, right?
Yeah.
I think her and I share the same birthday.
Are you December 2nd?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Sagittarius. Interesting.
I found that out recently because someone tweeted me on my birthday and they're like, happy birthday to these people. And I saw one of them and I was like, I think that's Alexa's sister. And I didn't know we shared the same birthday.
I didn't know that either.
Now you got to get 2 gifts.
Now I got to get oh my gosh, not another gift.
I know. In December time too? It's the worst month.
Intense.
Yeah.
And her son, Julius, my nephew, has also like a late November birthday.
Oh.
So it's like a week apart and then Christmas.
That's crazy. My family's the same way. Like I'm December 2nd. My mom is December 13th. My grandma's December 10th. And then my uncle's December 31st. So we're just like all...
Oh shit, you bang it out though.
Yeah.
For the other 11 months you can relax.
December's a big month.
Everybody
Kim
saves
family.
a lot of money for December. Yeah. It's crazy. It's funny how that happens. It's so weird how people's birthdays are clumped.
Me, my mom, and my grandmother are all born in July. So July's a big month.
Wow.
For us.
July's a big month for you guys. And America.
And America.
What about you? When's your birthday?
March. I'm just, I know I'm so, you guys are laughing at March?
March.
And then kind of like, that's it.
I never felt so bullied about like something I couldn't control like
Stupid March birthday.
But none of is your brother, your mom.
January. November. People tune into this show to know when my mom was born. Guys, there's only 365 days. There's going to be a lot of crossover here.
Apparently, I actually saw something on TikTok that if you put like 23 people in the room, it's almost like guaranteed that 2 people are going to share the same birthday.
Really?
Really?
That's how randomness works, apparently, is that it's like, it's not as like spread out as people think. It's like, it's more like.
It's a lot more.
I think I know why. And maybe it's because I'm sick. I'm just doing the math because I'm like 9 months before December.
Yeah.
Would be March. So the spring, maybe Valentine's Day. Maybe people are fucking.
It's like an actual
God,
mating
man.
season.
It's mating season. I think so. I think people are in heat because like you're saying, all these people are born in different pockets. It's like, well, if we do the math, if we minus 9 months, I'm going to hear some anniversaries, some Valentines.
Yeah. I think Valentine's is
fair.
probably a big one, right?
Yeah,
Probably.
Coachella.
Coachella.
That's whatever generation is 20 years from now.
When was Coachella at? It's like 9 months after
Yeah.
so many babies are born.
All the people who don't know their dads are like, oh,
Woodstock?
All the people who don't know their dads.
my dad looks like a rapper.
All these kids named like River and like Tree. And
Yeah.
Stop.
Coachella, Burning Man babies.
No.
Burning babies.
Nephew's middle name is River.
Oh, River's a great name. Honestly, it's a sorry.
It's a good name.
It's a great name. It is
a great name, okay.
Tree and Leaf are not that good. You don't have a nephew named
My
Tree.
kids are named Tree and Leaf.
Oh.
Tree and
Yeah,
Leaf.
I bring them out. Tree, Leaf, come here.
Bring them out. They've been hiding around
Mr.
the
Beast
corner.
brings them out.
And
He
now they're
cured
not
their
blind.
blindness.
They're not blind anymore.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
surprise. No one knew I had kids.
And they were blind.
And they're blind, yeah.
That's so funny.
And you know what? I did see that you had a December birthday when I was on your IMDb. I didn't see it was the 2nd, but I also saw you from Edmonton. Were you born in Edmonton?
I was.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I
why?
thought you were,
Are you?
I don't know. I just thought you were born and raised Toronto, but we visited Edmonton. I really like Edmonton. It's beautiful.
I feel like you're the first person to say that.
Really?
Yeah, I've heard everyone else tells me don't go there.
Do they ever do this? West Edmonton Mall.
Oh my God.
Because that's what we did growing up.
Are you from Edmonton?
No, I'm from British Columbia, but like
Oh.
I was from a small town in like the mountains, and like going to the West Edmonton Mall was like a dream.
Oh, really?
That was like our pilgrimage. That was our birthright. You heard it, like no kid even knew how to get there. It was like you heard of a kid at another school who went.
Oh my God.
There's a wave pool. There's a roller coaster
Is there
inside.
actually a wave pool?
Oh, they got it all. Yeah, there is.
It's like the promised land for you guys.
For
out there.
kids, yeah. We didn't even have
Valhalla.
like a Taco Bell in my town, so I'd see commercials for like Taco Bell and be like, man, those city kids got it all. They get the toys from there. So the West Edmonton Mall, I couldn't even fathom. That was our Disneyland.
I just imagine you like with your friends like laying down late at night looking at the stars like, what do you think it's like?
Like talking about heaven, like we don't even think, some kids don't even think it exists.
Yeah.
We're just drawing WME.
One of your friends is like, bro, it's not real, bro.
Quit dreaming.
It's not real.
Quit dreaming. Stop your dreaming. Get back to the farm.
It's just Walmart like we have.
It's not real, man. It is real.
I'm gonna go.
Yeah, one day I'm gonna go there.
I'm gonna take the Greyhound. I'm gonna go. Okay, so you do the W, West, throw in the E, Edmonton, Mall.
I don't think I can even do
Is this a lie? Or did you
No,
just
this
make
was
this
a
up
real
on the
thing.
spot?
No, if I made this up, I'd be. You think I'd be on this show? I'd be a millionaire from the residuals.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and that's
What?
take that, bring that back to you Edmonton.
Edmonton people?
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
I am not in Edmonton. Oh, funny story, actually. One time when I was on Degrassi, another Ian, he ran our social media.
Yeah, I remember
Yes.
Ian. Yeah,
he
Ian.
had me do an interview with an Edmonton radio station very early on. So I
Oh.
go in and I call and they're like talking to me and they're like, so what do you like about Edmonton? And I was like, honestly, bro, like I was there when I was like a baby. So like I don't remember much. I told him the hospital I was born. And then the guy goes, oh, okay. And he's like, I'm just getting a note from my producer. We're just gonna cut this interview right now.
What?
Okay, bye. And then they just cut it and then just never aired it. And Ian called me and was like, I'm so sorry that happened. That's so random. And I was like, honestly, like, it's fine. Like, I don't know.
Honestly,
anything about Edmonton
it
anyway.
makes sense. Couldn't tell him anything about
That'd be
it.
an honest answer. Even if you grew up in Edmonton and they said, "What do you like about Edmonton?" You were like, "Nothing. It sucks."
Yeah, why were they like not accustomed to that answer
Yeah,
already?
I'll go on the record. Edmonton sucks. Calgary, everywhere sucks.
Air that right now.
Miami, cool. Paris, cool. I'm not saying this is great.
Edmonton sucks.
But I know it sucks.
No, honestly, like I don't think I even went to the West Edmonton Mall when I was a baby there. I lived there as a baby and then like left. So
and then your parents decided to come to Toronto?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I think for good reason too.
Yeah.
So
fuck Edmonton. I'm just kidding. I know we got some listeners in Edmonton.
Yeah, we love it. I do. I think it's actually really beautiful.
Beautiful park.
I love the river and the park, and I think like the kind of mountain sort of. I don't know if it is mountainous, but I feel like there's a lot of like rivers, valleys.
That was
like,
the mall. It looked like a
It
mountain.
looked like a
So
mountain,
big.
and it was just the mall. Yeah. But it was really pretty. Yeah,
my dad loves Edmonton too because he like kind of grew up there in Calgary as
nice.
well.
Yeah.
So I want to go back with him one day and kind of like see his old high school and see stuff like that. Yeah. But I haven't been and I want to. So plans to making it back out there. Yeah.
Oh. Eventually.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Enough chit chat. We're gonna go off base so fast if we keep going.
Okay, fair.
So we'll get right into it. We have some questions beforehand.
Yeah, sure.
So, Andre, do you feel like you're a good liar?
I don't think so.
No.
To be honest.
Safe answer.
Hey, see how bad he did on that radio interview?
Too truthful.
I don't know shit, bro.
I don't know, man.
They thought they find like we got fucking a celebrity from here, some guy who knew the streets.
Finally, somebody from Edmonton.
Someone who knows all the corners, all the alleys, all the shops. I get on and I'm like, bro, I've been living in Mississauga for so long. I don't know shit about this place.
Cut the interview.
Get him off.
So not a good liar.
I don't think so.
Not a good liar?
No, not really. Yeah.
Are you like somebody who tells white lies, like little lies? Do you ever like panic and just like if somebody's like, oh, do you like this? And you're like, yeah, but you don't even know what that thing is.
Do you want to come on the Steal My Story pod?
I think I'll do that a lot with like if someone goes like, how's your day going? I'll be like, it's good. That's not true. But
it's not true.
It's never good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But I think it's better to lie than have to engage in conversation.
Right. You're like, point. I want to get out of you're lying to get out of the conversation.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't want to tell the UPS man, you're like, dude, brother, come on in.
I know.
We got to chat.
How much time you got?
It's better for him and for me that I lied to that guy at that point. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just like, well, where do I start? You know?
Yeah.
How much time do you have? No, I'm joking. Yeah, not really. But I think in like moments where most people have to do like a little white lie, I'll probably do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like if like, you have like these very loose plans with these very loose acquaintances, kind of don't really want to go. You're like, oh, I'm sick.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, can't make it.
Yeah.
I gotta do some stuff.
But that's almost, that's more
You're doing them a favor.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you say the truth, you're kind of just like, I just don't value our friendship enough
whoa.
Yeah, it's like,
you don't want to say that.
I've been dreading this all day.
I've been dreading having to say this to you. I actually do not value our friendship that much.
I actually went out to get a coffee and now my social battery is dead. So
oh, okay. Well, anything. I would, you know what? I would take that answer, honestly.
It's like when the server checks in on you and like, how's the salad? And you're like, oh, this thing sucks. And you're like, yeah, it's good. Like you're doing both of you a favor because you don't want to go through that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's my level of white lie.
Right. So you're doing it for them. Empathetic lies.
I'm a social liar. I do it for society.
Social liar, for sure.
I do it for the benefit of everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah, you're doing us a favor by lying. This is how psychopaths justify their lies.
Everyone on our show is a sociopath.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Have you ever told like a lie where you were like, oh my God, I can't believe I got away with that? Or the opposite where you were like, they found out and you were like, yeah, I don't know why I even bothered to say that.
I think so. Like there's one time where I was trying to like walk around in an Irish accent all the time because I was practicing this role and I went to this like little Farmville like salad place near my house. I think it was called Farmhouse. And the lady there was thinking, and I was like, for some reason I just didn't stop. I was like, I'd like a Caesar, but I don't know if the croutons or whatever.
Though.
Yeah, and I was doing all that. And she's like, are you from like Ireland? And I was like, fuck it. Like now I just have to keep going. So I just kept it going. And I was like, well, my dad was, but like when he came here, like all these things happened, blah, blah, blah. And I did that. And she's like, oh, like, what's your name? And I gave her my real name. And she's like, well, I'm going to look out for you. I was like, oh God.
Uh-oh. And she sees you on TV and she's like, wow, this guy does a really great American
accent. At least it was decent and it wasn't like you showed up there and you're like, top of the morning for your last.
Lucky Charms. Yeah.
And she's Irish?
Yeah.
She's like, what the fuck?
That's so offensive. offensive. Yeah. I think that's like the worst one. I think I got caught on.
Well, you didn't even really get caught, right?
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't even really get caught. No. You were just like, I can't believe I got away with that.
Pretty much, yeah, exactly. I was like, that worked. So
amazing. That's such like a uniquely actor thing. I do know so many actors who've like been walking around with accents.
Yes.
And I tried to do that once, like in a like they were like for a class I was supposed to do that, and I just like I couldn't do it. I was too anxious. Like so, and like I went up to the it was like I was getting a coffee, and I was like, just one coffee, please. Like, I broke in immediately. I think I was trying to do an Italian accent.
I used to see in LA, like, you clearly actors who'd been sent on like a mission from like an acting teacher.
That's what it was. And it was in LA. I was that person.
Because I once saw people having lunch by themselves and they were like having a conversation. And I'm like, at what point is this just fucking stupid? Like, this person doesn't need to pretend someone else doesn't exist right now.
Yeah.
And it's like, so it was cringy to watch.
Yeah.
Just like, for two, please. My wife's invisible. You're like, all right.
Do you think the coffee shop people there are just they're like, okay.
Yeah, I think so. Especially there.
That was actually, you know what, the feeling I got from the coffee person was like, this acting studio always brought people here and they see them come in and they're like,
oh God.
Every single person has a different accent. Again. One coffee, please.
Exactly.
Every time.
Okay.
But that makes sense. You were staying in it. You needed to get it right.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
That's different than having lunch alone.
Yeah. Lunch alone is a little much. I will say that one of my acting quirks is that in my house, I will like pace and just talk to myself a lot.
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like
Me
a
too.
crazy person sometimes. Yeah.
Same. I'll do it pacing, or if I'm writing stand up, I'll be doing the bit alone, walking around. Yeah. And it's just my cat just thinking I've snapped.
Yeah. My cat does that all the time too. When I'm talking alone in my room, my cat will like peek its head.
She doesn't know, right?
Yeah.
She doesn't know.
She's like, Are you
I
fucking
didn't know you had a cat
it?
now.
I do.
What's your cat's name?
Her name is Lemons.
Lemons.
Yeah.
Oh.
When's your cat's birthday?
December 2nd.
July 19th.
Wow.
I think, or June 19th. June 19th. Yeah. She's so cute. I've had her for about a year now.
Oh my goodness.
She's adorable. She's like a little black and white cat.
Oh, little tuxedo gal.
A little tuxedo gal. She has like a heart mark on one of her.
You carved it in?
Yeah.
Like branding, like on a cow.
You're gonna be my special cat. Yeah. I know she has one, and she's so cute. And the weirdest thing she does is she drools a lot. So when she like pets, like when you're petting her, she likes to cuddle, and she'll just like drool out of both.
She's just having such a grand time.
That's cute.
And she always does this kind of like, you know how cats will go like kind of like squinty.
The sleepy eye, yeah.
Like when they're like comfortable and relaxed. Mm-hmm. So she'll be kind of like, she'll look stoned. She'll be like squinting. She'll be drooling. She'll be like,
she's just breaking into the catnip stash all the time, and you don't know it.
Yeah, I'm getting high. She's getting high. That's a great life.
Off catnip, both of you. Obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, of course.
She's got a little mini bong for herself. She's just really,
she's ripping the bong. Oh my God.
Cat like, yeah. But yeah, my cat freaks out when I talk alone.
It makes sense. I mean, I think there's something about like moving and just like, I don't know, it helps. I don't know why, but I bet a lot of actors do it.
I feel like a crazy person, but I do 100% see that. It totally helps.
Yeah.
It totally feels like, I think with acting, it's like, it's not a sport, right? No, you don't go to like a practice every week that you can like flex your muscles at. So I think like the best way to flex your muscles is just to be at home. Where
flexing your muscles, saying your lines.
Yeah, exactly.
In an Irish accent.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you love to have coffee with you today.
Andre, your character's French, dude.
It's like, oh, fuck.
But you know what? You know who does that? The guy who plays Saul Goodman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that, but he also like said like screams his lines or like whispers or like does a bunch of like different sort of expression. Yeah, with his
Bob Odenkirk. I've heard exactly. He'll do the lines really fast and really slow and then with different accents just to kind of, I think, beat it into his brain.
And just try it out. Yeah. I like that too. I feel like I do that all the time too. Yeah. It's just good practice. It's
really
nice
good
to
practice.
Just hear it out first. Yeah.
And then you're not afraid to try like different things with it.
Mm-hmm.
But this is not an acting podcast.
No, this is a MrBeast fan fiction podcast.
So if I was on a MrBeast show.
This is a MrBeast Hate Edmonton podcast. Yeah.
And a birthday podcast.
And a birthday podcast. Here's your horoscope.
No, this is a Steal My Story motherfucking podcast. So let's get to business.
That's
right. All right.
My bad.
I wish we could like lower the lights.
We can. In post.
Watch this.
Whoa! I'm blind, Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast, help us! If you're, by the way, watching or listening just on Apple or Spotify or anything, check out our YouTube. It's a lot more interactive.
Fucking check it out.
Check
it out. Check it out right now.
We're running that as an ad.
All right. So, Andre, have you prepared your stories for us today?
I have two.
He's got two.
Yeah.
And they're both true.
And they're both not real. No. Yeah. I understand the premise. One real, one fake. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Thank God. Should I just start?
Yeah. Let's get into it.
Okay. Let's start with the real one.
Oh! That's called a misdirection.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo.
So this is actually like a Degrassi story.
Oh my gosh, I'm excited.
So when I was, and I still have this problem today, is that I'm not a great sleeper. I found out later I have like, it's not like a sleep condition, but I just have like a less ability to sleep than other people. There's like a less amount of something that like...
You don't need as much sleep as other people?
No, I just like have a harder time getting into REM than other people.
Oh, interesting.
I've done like a sleep study and stuff, and it basically said that. So
interesting.
What's good for me is like white noise, and what I found out later in life is like CBD and cannabis is super helpful, right?
Interesting. Okay.
But when I was younger, I was trying things like sleeping pills.
Feastables.
I just... Mr. Beast sleeping pills.
Oh, by the way, this water is for you, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Logan Paul has Prime. Mr. Beast has sleeping pills. We're like 10 years away from that being reality.
Mr. Beast melatonin.
Mr. Beast melatonin. Mr. Melatonin.
Mr. Melatonin.
It's a really low energy, Mr. Beast.
It's probably his fault a bunch of us have sleeping problems. We're all just watching his
Why
videos.
can't we sleep?
Why can't we sleep with this screen 2 inches?
Meanwhile, I'm watching like a full 1 hour Mr. Beast thing on TikTok and like
and inch away from your face.
And you're like, oh, I have a terrible sleep.
Why is my sleep so bad?
I feel sad all the time.
Yeah. So I was trying sleeping pills, a bunch of different stuff. But one of the things I found out in high school was that like there was like little, before weed was legal and before like it was like pre-legal with the dispensaries, there were some places that were like kind of manufacturing edibles that you could buy, like back when I was in high school, so like 10 years ago. So I tried that and it was good, and then I was like, okay, I'll keep doing some edibles when I was like sleeping stuff, and it helped out a lot. And then I booked Degrassi in grade 11. And I kept doing that for a little bit, but eventually I stopped for a little bit. I just like couldn't get it. And I was just focusing on sleeping on my own or whatever. And then one day I went to school, because we were all in high school when we were on Degrassi, right?
Yeah.
And one of my friends' girlfriends, Nicole, and her friend Victoria, Diedonato and Brown, they came up to me and they're like, oh, we like made brownies and we're selling them. We're just getting rid of them. And we gave a bunch of Ryan, which was her boyfriend at the time. We gave to a bunch to your other friends like Matt and Jerry and stuff. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll take some. I love edibles. I like doing them while I sleep. So sure. So I bought some and they're like, this is our last batch. It's kind of like they said it was the center of their brownie. So I was like, okay, cool. Like whatever that means, I don't care. Like it's fine. So I grab it.
You're like, yeah, I don't like the crust pieces anyway.
Yeah. I was like, I don't like the corners.
Give me that soft center.
I don't like the corners of my drugs. So I took her thing, and the night before I had a shoot tomorrow, but it wasn't that big. It was like a couple, like 2 episodes, like 2 scenes. Yeah. Sorry, 2 scenes.
2 scenes. Yeah.
That's it. And then I was done for the day. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm safe. I can't sleep right now. I'm gonna take this edible. So I took the edible. It was totally fine. I was actually having a really nice sleep. I had like a great sleep.
17 hours.
Yeah, too long. Didn't wake up. Story over. So I wake up the next morning. I'm not feeling super great. Like I'm just like a little groggy. I'm like, oh, fuck, maybe this was the wrong choice, but I'm fine. I have my coffee. My mom drives me there because I'm a little bit too young still to be there by myself.
Right.
I'm like 17. She drives me there. And my mom doesn't even know the story either. So she drives me there and she's like sitting on the thing. And we get to the studio and I'm like, oh, fuck. And sitting on the thing. Sorry. She's like, we go to the front of the steps and we're sitting at the front of the Bartley thing because we're there a little bit early.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I'm feeling a little sick at this point. So I'm like, oh, God, like, I don't know what's happening. And I'm feeling like really sick. And she's like, are you okay? Are you like, is everything good? I'm like, I think it's fine. So we go in, we go to our little green room areas and the thing. And I just start like throwing up in the green room, like full
Not in the green room.
In the green room, just fully throwing up in a bucket in like a garbage thing.
I was gonna say I thought it was like all over the carpet or the pool table or something.
I was able to get it in. I was able to keep it good. And then people were coming in, like Jimmy, our AD. Was that his name? Yeah,
Jimmy
was coming
in.
Yeah,
MrBeast.
He was coming in. He was like, "Oh fuck!" He was like telling people. So other people were coming in to check on me, and eventually, I'm like, "I think I'm okay. I'll get the set." And I get the set. We're about to shoot a scene with Sarah Wasteglass for this whole thing, and I just start throwing up in like a mop bucket.
Oh my gosh!
On set, and everybody's like trying to figure out what to do. They're like coming around me. They're like, "Oh, like, are you okay?" I'm like, "I'm just really sick. Like, I don't know what's happening." And they're all like, "Fuck, okay, just get him back to the thing." The director, RJ, I feel really bad about, was freaking out the whole time. And we get back to my room and everything. And I realize that like I am really sick, like legitimately sick, but I am also like tripping balls. Right?
Oh my gosh.
So like people were like, I remember there was this one lady, I think her name was Karen. She was so nice. She was taking care of me. She was like, "You're such a trooper for staying out here." And the whole time she was talking, I swear to God, her mouth was like, and I was just like,
and
everybody was like, "You're such a trooper. You're doing
and
so
all you
good."
Hear,
yeah, and I'm just like, "Oh, I'm so fried right now," and I was like so cooked that like I couldn't even think, I couldn't do anything. And the worst part was like I was lying down in the green room. My mom was sitting beside me. She was like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Oh, like I'm so sorry you feel sick." And every like 10 minutes or so, I'd just be like, oh no. And I just like giggle. And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm just not feeling great." I was like, I'm just giggling. And at the end of the day, we managed to still do the scenes. I like kind of recovered by the end.
Yeah.
So I was able to do the scene with Sarah at the very end. We were able to do both our scenes. I'm glad I was able to finally manage to do it at the end. Otherwise, I would have felt so bad for ruining the whole day. But yeah, that's my story about how everyone thought I was sick on Degrassi.
Have you watched that scene back?
I have.
And can you tell?
I don't think I can't really tell that much.
You look like your cat. Like we watch it back.
Just
drooling in his sleepy eyes.
Yeah, meanwhile I'm over here like, no, I don't think it was that bad. I'm just like out of my mind and the thing. So I was high the whole time, and I was super sick, to be fair.
Right,
you were greening out.
I was not faking throwing up, but I was 100% greening out on the thing. And I go back to school the next day and I talk to them. I'm like, "What the fuck were in these brownies?" I found out that from all my friends, none of them got high off this brownie.
Oh no.
So all of it was concentrated in the middle of the brownie, and they gave me that piece, and I just got mega cooked, basically.
Wow. Oh my God.
They like didn't bother to spread it around. They were just like, put it on top.
Right in there, and I just ate all of it that day.
Whoa.
So yeah, that's my fucking Degrassi cooked super.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
But is it true?
Is it true?
Maybe it's a lie. We don't know yet. We don't know.
Woo. Okay.
So how does this work? Do you guys guess, or do I
so
say myself?
we're
we
just
poke a couple holes.
We just ask some questions about your story, and then we'll take our guesses at the end of the true stories.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. That was pretty.
How many hours before, like, let's say your call time was at 8 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
How many hours before did you take this mountain of marijuana?
A mountain of marijuana that I did not know was a mountain of marijuana at the time.
And again, for sleep.
I think about 9 or 10 p.m. Yeah.
Oh shit! So it was like 10 hours later.
I was trying my best to fall asleep that day. I remember. I was like, if I'm going to take edibles, I'm just going to stay in my room and fall
But you
asleep.
gave yourself plenty of time. It wasn't like a 3-hour nap.
No.
For you to still be high or greening out the next morning was like you had to consume a mountain of it.
Yes. Yeah. And I to this day, I still do a little bit. I don't do weed anymore. I do CBD now. But I always, even when I'm shooting, I do it the night before. I honestly, most of the time, try to smoke CBD the night before I'm shooting, just so I have the best rest.
And just so your nervous system's all...
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you find it does help?
It helps me so much.
I've taken the drops of CBD, but maybe they're not as because you do notice...
I do the joints, like the CBD
and it works.
It helps me a lot.
Yeah. Oh, interesting.
I fall asleep like right away. And then when I don't want to sleep, I just basically don't do it, and I'll just like stay up, and I can stay up as long as I want. But yeah, the CBD does really help, I find.
Interesting. That's cool that you found something that cures it too.
Yeah. It's honestly like this whole like weed, like CBD push for legalization has been like super helpful for me, at least personally. Yeah. Good. Gather sleep and have something. Sleeping pills were great, but like eventually they start to make you feel like really groggy. And I feel like CBD, because you can change the strains,
you can find one that really dials in for your system.
Yeah. And if you feel like you're getting too much of a tolerance to it, you can switch to a different strain, and it most of the time will go back to feeling like it did, like a fresh new strain. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't even need to take like tolerance breaks or anything. So it's nice.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
I got my mom by accident on NyQuil. My mom was a horrible sleeper and she was sick, and I'm like, I'll try some NyQuil. Then I found out, went home for Christmas, and I found out she's been taking NyQuil for like 4 months every day. I'm like,
did you tell her to stop?
Yeah, I was like, Ma, this will cause Alzheimer's. Like, there's some things in this is bad for your brain, because like you were saying, well, it's not real sleep. It's like you can wake up and you feel like you had a deep sleep, but I don't think you get to REM.
You don't get to REM, and it does like, there is like some ingredient in there that you're like, it says on the bottle not to take it more than 4 days in a row or something like that, because it will maybe mess up your brain a little bit.
Fuck,
we should get her some CBD.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because
get her on that.
That's so funny if your mom's.
I know, because I saw it next to her bed and I was like, Mom, you're not still taking this. Your cold was months ago, right? She's like, yeah, I sleep great now. I'm like, no. We need this brain to be working so that I get in the will.
It's fine.
Don't forget to write me in.
Mama, please. Yeah. Any more holes to poke in my story?
Brownies. How big were the brownie pieces?
Like this. The one I had was like this
big.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was decent size, and it was like this thick, maybe. So like a pretty regular size brownie. Yeah.
Okay. I've poked all the holes that I needed to poke.
You know that green room.
I do know that green room.
Do you think he could make it to the garbage can fast enough?
I don't know where the garbage cans were, but I figured
there's always one in each green room. No?
I don't know.
It's a loose. I was reaching for.
I don't know. I just like throw garbage on the ground.
You throw it on the ground?
Just left it. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into story number 2.
Okie dokie. So story number 2.
Yes, story number 2.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So this is, I think actually we were friends. We started becoming friends around this point too. Do you remember my trip to Japan?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So this is a story from when I went to Japan.
We love Japan. We went to Japan last year.
Japan.
You guys went to Japan last year?
We went to, was it last year?
2023, technically.
Oh my God, 2 years
Coming
ago.
up on 2 years. That makes
Did you guys go when the flights were really cheap from Calgary?
We did fly home to Calgary.
Oh.
Not from, because we actually flew to Thailand, and it was originally just supposed to be a trip to Thailand, but then the flights home from Thailand were so expensive, and hilariously, they were cheaper if you stopped in Japan to Calgary, and we're like, well, why don't we just like spend all that extra money in Japan?
Yeah, dude, they're for like a while now, there's been just like random, like really cheap flights from Calgary and like Alberta to Japan. So I was wondering if you guys did that, but you guys kind of did do that.
We kind of did. We did just the opposite way.
Yeah.
How did you like Japan?
Oh, we loved
Amazing.
it.
It's crazy cool, right?
So clean. Maybe this is just me, OCD.
Super clean.
But like so clean. Like no traffic somehow in Tokyo.
No traffic. They have a great subway system.
No litter anywhere.
Dude, almost too clean. I was walking around with stuff and I'm like, I don't know where to.
Where are they hiding? Yeah. You didn't like. Are we all just walking around with garbage in our pockets
or something?
Yeah. Eating outside of the convenience store and walking back in to throw everything out.
And that's a thing out there too. You don't like eat on the subway. And
you don't eat on the go. You don't talk on the subway.
No, not at all. Well, okay. Speaking of subways, while you guys were there, were you in Tokyo?
Tokyo and Kyoto.
Okay, so I went to both. Did you guys ever see the women-only train cars?
I didn't, but I know of them.
Okay, so my story revolves around that.
Oh my gosh, I'm ready. Let's get into it.
So I went to Japan. Around the same time we were friends.
We're friends. We're not friends anymore.
Not friends anymore. Listen, Japan changed me, and
Japan changed me. I had to cut some people out of my life.
had to, I had to get more zen, and you were not it.
You're not zen.
Japan. I went to Japan, and the only thing they told me was Alexa needs to go.
You need to cut her. It was in the fortune you got.
It's so specific.
It's very long. This fortune's so long.
Is this handwritten?
Yeah. Who wrote this? So I go there with my friend Conrad, which was also so interesting because he's like a 6'4" like white guy. So everywhere we went,
5 inches shorter than me.
Yeah. So everybody was just like, everywhere we went, and it was just so funny. And I was just kind of sneaking around, just like, don't mind me.
The gremlin.
But there was one day where I'm a big volleyball player, so I wanted to go play volleyball.
Dude, check this out.
Whoa!
Setter, ranked number 2 in BC.
No way.
We lost the provincials. We were.
No way.
We're talking a long time ago. High school, baby.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
No, you were a setter. I played setter in my middle school too.
You did?
But that's great because you're tall, so you're a good setter though. Like,
well, you'd have to be really good because like you're touchable. You know what? It sucked. I actually am not tall enough. I'm not 6'9". I'm 7'2".
Oh my god, that makes me so happy that you play volleyball.
Yeah,
I love volleyball.
There you go.
Alexa
hating this diversion.
Yeah, Alexa's like out of the conversation entirely.
No, I have bad memories of high school.
Volleyball?
Or like not even.
You
like
could be a
grade
middle.
school.
What are you,
No.
7'9"?
What are you, 10'2"?
Yeah.
What are you, Nosferatu?
Yeah, Nosferatu. Yeah, we went to see that last night. Which
Oh my
is
god,
why I'm in my Nosferatu goth outfit.
dude, I love that movie. But
So
someone
good.
warned me going into that movie that this movie is more. This movie is not a horror movie about vampires. It's a movie 75% about this guy being cucked the whole time.
Essentially,
Yeah.
I did know that. I saw a bunch of spoilers being like, it's the horniest vampire movie ever. I'm like, actually, it might be.
That is so funny. Did you see it? You saw
Yes,
it?
I saw
Yeah.
it.
It is, and spoiler alert, everyone,
sorry,
you can
spoilers.
pause right now, skip the next 3 minutes if you don't want to
Yeah,
hear
I
this.
don't know. Skip
I
ahead.
do like that the end is just like she fucks the vampire to death and lets him suck the titty till the sun comes out.
Yeah, me and my boys are watching it. We're like the weakest pullout game.
Yeah,
ever.
this guy's
He's
too
like-
horny. He forgets
he's
that
like-
sun kills him.
Yeah, he's like, she's like, pussy is too good.
Yeah, the moral of the story was if she takes her shirt off, and I don't know what the moral is.
Yeah.
This guy needed to jerk off in his castle to save his life.
There's so many. Me and my friends saw that movie, and there's so many moments where like we love like impersonating the Nosferatu guy. Like, you signed the cock contract.
That's exactly it. There's so many. I actually like laughed in the movie.
Me
I was
too.
like, there were some points, and then at the end when the cat just was in the room the whole time, I laughed. I was like, oh my god, the cat was there.
And then Willem Dafoe picks up the cat as if nothing. That cat is traumatized. Bro.
I know. I'm like, you're telling me that cat just was there the whole night
Saw it
watching?
all.
Saw it all.
It would be
Like-
extra sad to come home that morning like the lead actor in it did.
Yeah.
And to be like, my girlfriend's last minutes on earth was cheating on me.
Yeah. For the sake of
But saving the
humanity.
world.
For the sake
Saving
of
the world.
humanity and out of her love for him. It's a love story for him.
You know, yeah. And like
True.
in
For
reality.
the vampire?
I don't know, maybe a little bit, not really.
Yeah.
Well, like in reality, like she's a folk hero, but you don't want
Yeah.
to sing songs about, you know, like that. You know?
Yeah, that she fucked
About-
the
yeah.
vampire to death.
Yeah, let's the tale of the cuck and the
It
vampire.
feels like a
yeah.
male like dream, like a man would write it for himself to start, and then I fuck the vampire and save the world.
Yeah, dude. Anyways, totally off topic, but that movie was very good.
Very
Just
good.
Very surprising that it was so much about cucking.
Yeah.
Like, so much of that movie was about
Yeah, good movie. We're doing obviously a spin on it.
Yeah.
But you're right. Now I will never see it otherwise.
It's so much about this
It-
guy getting cucked, bro.
It is about, yeah, essentially.
Even like, dude, and my favorite part is when he's first in the castle and Nosferatu first like eats him, and he's like grinding on him as he's eating
Yeah.
him.
Oh my god,
Oh.
the drinking sounds actually disgusted.
Yeah.
I was like,
Oh.
ugh.
Also, when he like first tries to kill him in the center, and it comes up and his like dick is just hanging.
Yeah, you can
there.
see his dick.
Yeah, he's just schlong is just hanging
You
there.
know what? I didn't see the dick.
Really?
He had
Yeah.
a he had a
You know
limp
what?
dick for
I
the
was
first
like-
time in that movie.
I
Yeah.
was like looking through but apparently Nicholas Hoult got like he was gifted by the director the fake
The fake dick.
the fake dick from Nosferatu.
He gave
framed it.
Nosferatu's dick.
He framed it for him and gave it to him.
That's funny.
So funny.
He does kind of arise from the. He's like, "Who has awoken me?" And his dick is just fucking hanging out there.
Schlonging
like,
around.
Yeah.
Dang.
Sleep in some boxes like the rest of us,
Yeah.
Nosferatu.
I know, dude. Anyways, beside the point. Big volleyball fan.
Yeah, where were we? in
That was the
story
real
again?
point.
Yeah.
All right, so you're in Japan.
You're
I'm in
Japan.
Japan, and I went to go play volleyball with some actual like kids who were like also playing on like the high school team there, and I went to their like open gym. That
Oh
were,
my
they were
gosh,
hosting
what
in
is this?
Tokyo.
Haikyuu?
Yeah, basically, I wanted my Haikyuu moment, so I went there and I played.
It's a
like,
animated volleyball show.
See,
Yeah.
now I'm the one
Now
left
you're
out.
left out,
And it
huh? How
feels
does it feel?
sad.
Exactly. Get fucked, Ian.
Fuck.
So I went there really early in the morning to go play. So around like 9 a.m., 10 a.m. or something, which is not that early, I guess.
I know, I was just going to say, I'm like, oh, is that early? I
Yeah,
don't know
but
anymore.
I went
It's
off.
actor time, early for actors.
Yeah, early for
Mhm.
actors. And I go on, and it's pretty busy. So I can't even get onto the first like train that comes in. They're like shoving people in and stuff. So I'm kind of just on my phone. I don't know if when you guys were in Japan, but when we were in Japan, we bought these like little like Wi-Fi portable things that we carried around with us.
I saw those, but we didn't buy them.
We didn't get those. We just got like a eSIM.
Okay, eSIM works too.
I don't know why I did that in quotations.
We got the
allegedly
alleged eSIM. We rented these like Wi-Fi packs that we could carry around. So we had those. So I was on my phone. I was just like watching videos, waiting for the next train to come. I don't even notice it. It comes in and I'm walking on with my phone and I get on. Train starts moving and I'm looking. And then I'm like, look around and a few people are like coming up to me and they're like saying stuff to me. They're like, you like, da 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 da. But I can't understand. So I'm like, oh, like, sumimasen, I'm like speak English, like I don't know what's going on, and these ladies are like kind of like getting frustrated with me. They're like they're like shaking me. Obviously, right? This is because I'm on the woman only train car, and I had no idea about this. Yeah. So they're just kind of like getting frustrated at me. But I'm like speaking English, and I'm like,
you were like Twisted Metal.
Yeah.
Degrassi, thank you.
Listen, hey,
I'm on vacation.
Listen. I'm just trying to keep it low key.
Pictures,
trying to play some volleyball, you know. So I had my like little bag with me and everything, and they were like kind of getting like a little frustrated. So I was like, okay, I don't know what's happening here. I'm looking around. I'm kind of making it out at this point. I'm like, I must be on something wrong. Like this, in my head, I'm like, maybe I'm on like some VIP car like I didn't pay for or something. I was like, something's weird. Like I think like I'm in the wrong here is what I'm thinking. And we get off on the next one and they're kind of like ushering me out, and it's kind of like rude because they're kind of like flicking me out like this, and I don't know what the situation is. Obviously to them it's like, get off, this is a woman's
get
only.
off, man.
Yeah, man. But to me I'm like, oh, am I being shooed off like I'm a foreigner or something, like whatever. So I leave the thing. And like they're still kind of pointing at me, and they're now like pointing at the police officers who are working the thing, and they're like pointing at me like this. And they're like pointing at me, and I'm like kind of confused. So I go onto the second cart and I sit down, and I see men around me, and I've kind of put it together now. I'm like, I think I'm in some like, at this point I still think it's like an elderly only car or something. Like I haven't put it together, but I'm like, I think I'm in the right spot now. Like I see people who look like me, more my age, guys. I'm like, cool. So I'm sitting down. And this guy I'm sitting beside, he like looks at me and he just starts talking to me like in Japanese, right? And then like, and I'm like, already this is kind of weird because I've been told that people don't talk to people in the cars in Japan. But he's just like saying something, and I'm like, I'm just kind of nodding because I don't know what he's saying. And I'm like, sorry, I just speak English. And he's just like, and he says something like, bullshit. He says bullshit in English, and I'm like, bullshit. I'm like, oh, okay. Like maybe.
How do you know that word,
sir? I'm like, maybe he's just saying words. Like he's just trying to. So I just laugh and I just sit there, and the police officer on the next stop we get on comes into our car because I saw a woman pointing at me, and he starts talking to me in Japanese. And before I can even say anything back to him, this guy I'm sitting beside starts defending me in Japanese to this guy. But I have no idea what he's saying. And he has no idea what my situation is. Besides the fact that I came off of this like female only car, right? So I have no idea what he's saying. And I'm just like, oh, I'm like from Canada, da da da. And this guy, I think, could speak a little bit of English, but he can't say anything to me because this guy is starting to like yell at this police officer.
Oh my God.
And then this police officer is like looking at him like, well, you can't yell at me. Like, I'm a police officer. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting from what he's saying. He's basically being like, shut up right now. And they're like arguing at this point.
This was this guy's 13 Reasons.
Yeah. And he like gets up and he's like yelling at this guy now. And they're like yelling at each other. But this police officer is like kind of telling him like, we're going to talk about this outside. I don't think Japan is like a country where they just straight up go like take down and they arrest you. He's just like, no, we'll talk about it outside. Like we're going off the next stop. And he's like yelling at him. And then I see the woman who's pointing at me, and she's coming back and she's like pointing at me. And he's like, okay, both of you out of the car, like me and him. Like both of you get out, because he thinks I'm with this guy. And I'm like, I don't know this guy. Like I was like, what's happening? I have no idea. So I get brought out. They're like, he's yelling at both of us now. This guy's still kind of yelling at him. And now two other police officers have come up. I'm just like, I have no idea what's happening. And then the woman from the first car who was pointing at me, she comes out of this car and she starts talking to them and then starts talking to me in English. And she's like telling me that she's explaining to these police officers that I'm mistaken and that like I just didn't know what was going on, which is super wholesome. Like she was just pointing me the whole time.
Right, she was actually being nice.
Yeah, she was like, this guy's just lost. He's a foreigner. He doesn't know the rules.
Yeah.
And then I found out from her that this other guy is just like like basically going on like an incel rant to this police officer about why women-only cars are fucking terrible and stupid and like whatever.
He's like, my boy here.
Yeah.
My boy here just wants to sit beside some ladies.
Yeah, he's just trying to talk to some ladies.
How is a man supposed to meet ladies?
And I was like, no, like I'm not part of this. I'm just trying to play volleyball. Like this is crazy, dude. But I found out she had my back. Like she was watching this whole thing going down.
Okay.
So she's like multiple times she was pointing at me, and I thought, what a snitch. Like I just
Stop snitching on me, lady.
Like, lady, I just didn't know. But it turns out she was actually trying to help me the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Which is super nice. And then finally she gets it sorted out with the police, and this guy gets arrested. And the only way I can end this story is the funniest part that happened in the whole thing was that when I was going back on the car to finally go to volleyball, this guy looks at me while the police are talking to him, and he, like, as I get in the car, he just does.
No!
You're like, I don't know him.
I was like, I don't know this guy. I just left, and I just went down and sit down. And that's my Japan story where I almost
oh my God. He's still in jail, that guy.
I don't know if he's still in jail, but he had the total wrong idea of him and I's relationship.
Yeah.
He probably thinks
thought you were the fucking coolest?
Yeah.
Like, man, this guy plays by his own rules.
This man has it in him to defy these laws. I should also defy the law. And you're just like, I don't know what's going on.
This guy's my hero. And in reality, I'm just lost. I'm like, I have no idea what's happening. But yeah, that's my Japan story.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know Andre's cool because he's on a car full of ladies, doesn't even notice. This is my everyday life. They're coming up talking to me. Yeah.
Madam, please.
I'm just trying to play volleyball, ladies.
Ladies, please, it's early, you know. We can talk later.
Let me get out of this
car. Yeah. Oh man.
Wow. Okay.
I want to say that my experience in Japan, beyond that, my 3 weeks was amazing.
Amazing.
And even that experience itself was a little amazing. But yeah. Whoa.
Sorry, that's
Nosferatu.
We need not.
That's Nosferatu.
He reached his shadowy hand and is messing with our light.
On the light.
He's coming on our light. Completely lost what I was going to say.
Listeners, the light fell a little bit.
Yeah, as always.
Who were not watching.
Are you guys tired of that bit? This light always falling. We're going to fix it eventually. One day. Okay, some questions. So this was in Tokyo.
This was in Tokyo. This was not in Kyoto.
Not in Kyoto. Okay.
Yeah. I went to Tokyo, Kyoto, Nara, Osaka.
Yeah, we went to. You saw the deer then.
I saw the deer.
You saw the deer too.
The deer were sweet.
The deer are aggressive, dude.
They're little. They could get aggressive.
Yeah.
I think we came at a good time because I think they'd eaten their fill of biscuits.
Run the clip.
Pull up the clip. You have a clip guy? Pull the clip.
Clip it.
Pull up the clip, Nosferatu.
There's not going to be any sound on the clip. It's just going to be silence and us.
And just a montage.
And just breathing.
Us just staring. While it plays.
There are too many files.
Do you eat meat?
I do eat meat.
Amazing Wagyu steak.
Oh, yeah.
Dirt cheap.
Like I thought you were going to talk about the guy who killed the deer to eat the deer.
Oh, no, that's sad.
The killing of a sacred deer.
Yeah, somebody killed one of those deers.
Really?
Somebody, yeah.
While you were there?
No,
but we'd heard of it. Yeah, bow and arrow.
Oh.
And I think he was trying to sell it for money or something.
I think he had to be insane, though. Like, to roll up to a park with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
You know what you're doing.
There's a lot of missed signals you would have to take from that.
To end up there. That's more than just not knowing you're on the wrong train.
Yeah. That's like there's no one who's just like, why are these guys just letting these free deer roam around?
Well, these tame deer. We should be eating
deer.
This like new generation is so lazy, bro.
Betas.
All these free deer around them and no one's taking it.
But yeah, amazing, like $10 like Wagyu steak. It made me such a steak snob.
Really?
That now
Do you find No, I thought Ian was like being but it's true. Like sometimes I'll eat a steak and I'll be like, not like Japan.
It's not J5 Japanese Wagyu.
J5. Or yeah, dude.
A5, right?
A5. Yeah, I do.
J5 sounds like a Japanese pop band.
Like a boy band.
Yeah, exactly.
I did see like this boy band bus go by playing like they were all plastered all over this like double-decker bus.
No
and
way.
like, yeah, and it was just their songs playing no one on the bus. And I was like, this is so weird.
Empty bus.
I'm like,
just their songs.
Is it a tour bus, or is it just like if you're a fan of them, you're allowed on the bus?
That's hilarious. I will say that like I feel like I'm really good at like eating food and kind of forgetting the taste after a little while.
Well, lucky you.
Because of COVID.
Because of COVID. Yeah. Long COVID. Yeah. I will say I went to the conveyor belt sushi there. And it was okay.
We did that at a place that was really bad in like Shibuya?
Shibuya, yeah.
Shibuya.
Oh.
And it was like we finally did that.
You know what? We came after the lunch rush though, so I feel
we
like
think
we
it was
got all the
old.
bad leftover sushi.
But
that looks so cool.
It looks cool, but I agree. It was kind of mid.
I was like,
there's one in Toronto, or there used to be that we went to once.
You know, Toronto sushi's not bad.
Toronto's some
really
Michelin
not.
sushi now.
Yeah.
If you feel like,
really?
If you feel like cashing in a little bit of those residuals.
1 cent. 1 cent. Yeah.
What can I get for 84 cents?
Actually, I saw on TikTok, we saved it, but there's like a bunch of all you can eat sushis for like $80. So expensive, but not like $700 like a Michelin.
Isn't the ones with the robots that just bring you
here into the city?
No, I think it's actually in Mississauga.
Oh, really?
I thought you were going to say Japan.
No. I'm pretty sure it's in Mississauga, but the robots bring you your food.
Oh, but yeah, amazing food, like all the different tastes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a place so we met these guys who were also from Alberta, on like a random like temple tour there.
Right.
And what happened was one of them invited me, he's like an older guy, out to lunch with his boss. And his boss was so nice. Boss found out I was on Degrassi and I was on these TV shows, so he was super nice to me. And he took me to this place where you like have like there's like a fucking fishing pond in the middle of the restaurant.
Whoa.
You fish your own fish out.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And then they cook it for you in whatever way you want. So the guy, I got my fish and he's like, this kid will have it grilled, sashimi'd, fried, deep fried, all this stuff. And he just bought it for me. That was the best.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. That was amazing.
That's so cool.
And the guy was so nice. He was like this oil CEO.
Yeah, he would be. I was just going to say, if he's from Alberta, he's an oil guy.
Really rich. It was like taking selfies with me to send to his daughters. He was just such a funny guy. Yeah, it was such a cool guy. So that was a really great eating experience I had in Japan.
Wow.
And then I found out in Japan that like all the like places where you can get like your order through like a vending machine, like a ticket. Those places were like fire because they were so cheap, but they were so tasty. Yeah, I don't know if you guys found that out in Japan.
I don't think so.
We should have.
We definitely should have. I do miss their vending machines though.
The vending machines are so
I miss
really
the vending
machine game.
Ugh.
But wait, this story's bullshit. He's never been to Japan. This is
is
all a misdirect.
a misdirection.
It could be.
I didn't know that you went to Japan because I remember when you came back and I was asking you a lot of questions because I really wanted to go.
Yes, I remember that too. Yeah.
Maybe you're in on the lie.
Maybe we're switching up.
Maybe I gaslit you for that 3 weeks that I was
gone.
Whoa,
you knew she was going to have a podcast.
You're like, one day this lie will come in handy. Yeah, Japan was awesome.
Japan is sick.
100% go back.
100%.
Yeah, it's a must. I think like everyone, because it is so different.
It is, than
North
super
America.
cool. It is really, anyway.
We're sponsored by MrBeast, Japan Tourism.
Yeah, Japan
Nosferatu.
Tourism went to
Nosferatu, go see it in theaters.
Okay, all right. Well, I don't have any more questions for the second story.
Do you?
What was the all-female train? Like, I know they got a Hello Kitty train because we took it.
We rode on a Hello Kitty train.
Was the all-female train once you found out it was?
Was it pink?
It was pink.
It was obvious after in hindsight?
It was pink on the outside.
Ah, okay, not on the inside.
Yeah, on the inside it was like
pitch black. You couldn't see it.
Yeah. Women love the eternal darkness. There's nothing women love more than the abyss blackness.
Yeah, public transit in the dark.
No, it was just lit up. It was just a regular train.
Yeah, right. Okay.
The outside was pink though. I
pink.
missed it because I was kind of on my phone going into it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Reading hentai.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is lovely. No, I was watching like
MrBeast video.
MrBeast video. I think maybe like a volleyball video, to be honest, because I was going to
get your form right.
Yeah.
Before,
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm deciding on which one I think is true and which one I think is false. Stolen.
Do you have your new prop?
I have we have some new props on this show. We have our little signs. Truth. Oh no, just true. I made these and I don't know what it says. True and liar. Also another reason to tune into YouTube. We're now a little more interactive.
I like how one of them is like true and the other one's like a way to describe a person.
I realized that.
Well, we need to sting a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, like, can I say it's a truer? Like, like
he's a true, honest,
maybe? Truthful.
But true's better. True's better than
true story.
Is true better?
All right.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna get him to hold those. Is that the rules of the game?
Yeah. Oh, well, I explained. So Andre will also he has 2 signs. One says true and one says liar.
Liar. Can I say that? Was I supposed to steal a story for this segment?
No, you follow the rules. Right?
I
can be stolen. It could have happened to someone else. Could be completely made up. But it's not your story.
Okay, I didn't steal it. I'll say that.
Yeah. Ooh,
interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Because I was under the impression that maybe. Anyway, I won't say. Okay.
Shit, man.
Okay, I sort of feel. I feel like it's the first one.
You think the first one's true?
No, that it's fake. But then I also feel like the second one might be fake.
It could be recency bias too. Like we start to then like, I think I'm with you. I think maybe the first.
But I also am like, I kind of feel like the second one, like I thought maybe that happened to your friend and not to you. But I was also like, can I believe that some man was yelling in Japan? I would be very shocked. But then it also is kind of a crazy story. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna. You go first.
I think the first story is the lie.
Really? Okay.
I think the second story happened to him.
Okay. I think... okay, because I kind of also feel like the first story could have been...
So you think the first story happened to him and maybe the Japanese story happened to somebody else?
Yeah, but you know what? I don't know, because I also feel like the first story, I could see that happening to anybody on the cast, to be honest. I'm like, this could have happened to anybody. You could have stolen this from anybody.
That's true.
Okay.
That's probably one of the more tame stories to come out if they just...
Let's not implicate anybody on the cast.
Let's not implicate anybody.
Yeah, who got cocked on the grass?
Okay. You know what? I do kind of feel like the first story may have probably happened to you, and the second story I believe is a lie because I don't know how much I believe like some man in Japan just had like a mental break on. But you know what? You never know. So, but that is my final answer: liar for the second story.
Okay, so now what do I do?
So now I'm going to do my little drum roll because, sorry, we don't have any special effects and sounds on the show.
We do, but we just like to leave Alexa.
And then you can reveal the first story being true or the second story being true, or however you can lift up the signs as you reveal.
So what? So I'm revealing.
So you'll just be like, the first story is this.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so big drum roll.
The first story is true.
Oh! Boom.
Second story is a lie.
Wow! Did you just make that up?
It's like kind of an exaggerated version of what actually happened to me.
Oh, okay. But you did enter the wrong car.
I did go to the wrong car. I did get shooed off by women. I did have like a little bit of a weird interaction with a guy afterwards where he just kind of like looked at me kind of weirdly, but that was it.
Wait, this wasn't true?
No.
Oh, he got you with that.
That's what threw me. Yeah, for sure. I'm like, these details, I'm in.
I added too much finesse.
That was good.
Well, I totally just thought that maybe like your taller friend was the one playing volleyball or something, and that maybe you didn't go to play volleyball.
Yeah.
Did you ever play volleyball?
I did. I did.
You did go to play volleyball.
Yeah. That part of the story was true. Yeah.
That part is true.
Maybe we talked about all that shit.
Well, that's why I was like,
never
I also thought it might be true because I'm like, oh, you were just talking about volleyball though, so you probably did go to play volleyball. I was on the fence.
Right.
I was on the fence, but now you guys are going to be volleyball.
You know
buddies.
what? I should have known because when Andre's on a car surrounded by ladies, they never ask him to leave.
Boom! There it is.
Yeah. First one is true though. I did have edibles. I did go to set. I did throw up.
Wow.
I was cooked the whole time.
Damn.
And evereverone kind of praised me that day.
And you pulled it off. You still did good acting.
I did okay acting for sure. I feel bad for everybody who read the story, like who was on set. Anybody who's watching this right now, like my bad. Like
my bad. Guys.
I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, it was an accident.
It did happen. It's totally Nicole's fault from high school. So Nicole, if you're
I do like that you're naming names. Shout out to Nicole.
Shout out Nicole.
Shout out Nicole. It's your fault.
You fucked me up that day.
You fucked me, Nicole.
With your stupid concentrated in the middle brownies.
Don't you know how to mix batter?
Yeah, I know. Spread that shit out next time, Nicole.
She's like, this was 10 years ago.
Yeah. She's like, I don't even remember this.
Nah, I don't know.
Yeah, but that story is true. I did get kind of fucked up, went to set. I did not mean to. I did throw up a lot on set. Amazing. And the funniest part is that when that episode aired, you know how we did live Twitter stuff afterwards to like tweet about the show and the episode? Neve tweeted out something like, by the way, on this day, Andre was so sick, he threw up in like a mop bucket. And I was just like, Neve, don't tell the world that.
Oh
I wanted to tell the world that.
Is Neve, her name is spelled like Naima or something.
Yeah.
Okay, I always remember, I always read it wrong and then I'm like, nope. It's Neve.
Honestly, though, I found that tweet so funny when she tweeted that out. I was like, I can't believe she remembered that. That's so
and you're like, you only know the half of it.
That's true. Yeah. That was the funny part. Was like, oh, you didn't know how cooked I was that day.
Yeah, you're reading like, you have no idea.
It was so bad. Like, I've never been so high that I had to like, I've never been so high that I was at the same time so sick, but so like, I wanted to giggle so much at one point for some reason. Like, I just found everything.
Yeah.
I feel like that's an edible thing because I get like, when I've eaten edibles in the past, there's like a 10-minute period where I like am so giggly.
Yeah. And it was like, it just wouldn't stop. And it was so bad because like my mom thought I must have been like losing my mind.
She's like, he's delirious.
Yeah, like he's like, he has like some kind of like pneumonia or like a fever.
He's finding it funny.
Yeah. But really, I was just really cooked, like, to be honest.
He's losing his mind.
I was just high. Yeah.
High and sleepy. Is that a crime?
Yeah, come on, yeah.
I have never been high in any workplace I've ever been to, and I didn't even want to be high for that day. It just ended up happening. Like,
wow,
10 hours,
and you learned your lesson.
I learned my lesson. No more homemade edibles.
Don't trust anybody's lesson.
Yeah, I mean, 10 hours. I thought 10 hours would be enough to like.
No, for sure,
for sure.
Yeah,
but I was just still crazy high that day.
Maybe your body just didn't like bother digesting it until you woke up.
Yeah.
It was just like, we're gonna put this on the back burner. We'll deal with this brownie. Wake up.
It's like a UPS package.
Yeah.
Full for the morning. Yeah. And then the morning wakes up, drop.
Your body's like, all right, let's metabolize.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that's crazy. This was super fun, guys.
Oh, thank you so much. Where can the people find you?
Where can the people find you, Andre?
Don't find me.
No, don't look for me.
Leave me alone. I'm on Instagram, but I don't use it. So honestly, like, if you see me on a TV show or whatever and you like it, then that's great.
Stream that show.
Yeah.
Stream all the shows Andre's on. Twisted Metal, coming soon. Vampire Academy.
Got canceled, so don't watch that anymore.
Don't watch that.
Watch it if you watch. It's only one season. That's all right. Yeah.
Just don't hold your breath.
Yeah.
Don't hold your breath for season 2.
That's true.
Hey, one more thing before you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, bro.
Why did you do 3? I thought it was only 2.
Oh.
Yeah,
dude, you don't have it. Like
I don't have it, man. I would not do well on
that
an all-female train.
Was like 7'4", dude.
7'4".
The only Japanese man who's 7'4".
Best setter in all.
Best setter. Yeah, not a backup.
Yeah, not a starting player. Yeah, crazy Chad, that guy. The non-existent guy. No,
well, he was there, sort of. He was just like staring at you funny.
Yeah, and he wasn't like honestly an incel. I think he was honestly giving me a look like, dude, like, why were you on the female?
Yeah, he was actually.
Shame on you, sir.
He was shaming me a little bit. Yeah, and I was like, that's fair. I just didn't know, man. Like,
he's like these foreigners.
Yeah, in retrospect, these Japanese guys are probably like, it's fucking pink on the outside. Like, what the
blue train is ours, dude.
Yeah, like, what are you thinking? And I'm just like, oh, fuck, my bad, dude. But I just wasn't paying attention. Yeah.
Sorry, man.
It's my fault, guys. My fault.
Well, thank you so much for coming on. This was such a lovely episode.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I had so much fun. If you guys...
You killed it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's hard to think of stories, though.
Yeah, no, I know. We realized that we put a lot on the guest's shoulders.
Honestly, like, when you first told me about it, I was like in your head, I feel like, oh, I have so many stories I can tell.
And then you think about it and you blank.
Yeah, and you can't find anything. Like, you can't, like, dig one up from the trenches. You're just sort of there, like...
What have I done my life?
Has anything happened to me before this moment?
I know, you're like, I went to the grocery store a week ago. Like,
that's running low.
I can tell that one.
What's happening to me? It's like, no, I don't know. But yeah, I'm glad I could pull some stuff out. So yeah.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in for another episode and our first episode filming in 2025.
Woo!
And you can follow us on social media, Steele My Story Podcast on Instagram and TikTok. And if you're listening on Apple, Spotify, give us a follow. What is it? Follow?
Rate and review, baby.
Rate and review us, please.
Fucking do it. Fucking do it.
And if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, click that little bell, and give us a comment. And we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.